This is a story that starts with a colorful title screen and ends with death among urine. My shrink warned me against this, said I should face my troubles, know myself and all that jazz. But I decided to install The Sims 4 instead, a video game that wants you to create your own little dollhouse, with little human beings that faff about and shit and eat and fuck and sometimes stink. You are free to create who you want, but my sadism makes me create my own little homunculus, with my beard and my glasses, the hair I wish I had, and some fancy pants clothing. He's a writer. He likes to paint. What a creature. It's my responsibility to make him realize the dreams I dare not to face. This damn little doll is so much better than me. He writes novels at full speed. At the second hour, he has made more friends than I make in a year. He speaks in an incomprehensible language at my command. Dirty jokes, praises, laps, kisses, or debates about chess strategies. Sometimes I have the chance to pick a deep conversation, and the homunculus talks like a broken record, and I guess this means something relevant and deep to him. 5 hours in-game. He already has an extensive literary work, even if it's composed by children's books with titles such as Don't Shower with the Priest, Your Parents Are Siblings, or Tio Goes to the BBC and Never Comes Back. 6 hours in, and he's already in the hands of a seductive Latino known as Don Juan, and in a few minutes they arrange a marriage. In SimCity, egalitarian marriage was passed in 2001. They beat us to that too. 7 hours in, I realize I should probably eat something, but not before I buy this hideous Dubois sofa to match my grand piano. At the 8th hour, I am invaded by a terrible sensation of existential emptiness. I smoke a cigarette in front of my window. I close my eyes and I see those little monsters coming out of their houses, climbing up my legs, scratching my face. I am in hell. I sit in front of the mansion again and I feel nauseous. Little Mini-Me has married Don Juan. He has published his books, sold his painting, and he has a gentleman's study with a vitrola and a violin and jazzy decoration. 9 hours in and I think, maybe, if I was a laborious little ant like him, I'd have my disc player and my old typewriter, that I should shut down this game and go out there, gallant and dashing, ready to take in the heavenly manna. I managed to reach the supermarket and buy a gin bottle. 10 hours in, and I am a shining star made of pure hatred. My stomach is burning like I swallowed a fucking dragon. I hate my creature. His happiness makes me empty. I don't understand his joy. His life is a boring clock of awe and self-confidence, and suddenly he starts writing self-help books. Fucking self-help books. How can any author respect himself like that? This game is attempting to turn me into a bloody dog bourgeois with a French maid and white curtains. Fuck it. 10 hours in and I decide to kill him. I shall break his windows and burn his car. I create a special neighbor by the name of Maldoror. He's a complete psycho and likes steroids and ready-made food. He enjoys humiliating other people. He's completely insane and talks alone in front of the TV. He's convinced his life is controlled by a higher being, and he is right. He's my hired assassin. But unlike most video games, The Sims doesn't allow killing by a backshot to the face, so I employ subtle techniques, and Maldoror is like a Rebecca de Mornay with a black goatee, trapped in an early 90s sexual thriller. He seduces my homunculus and creates a marriage crisis. Don Juan is old and depressed, and also very weak, and Maldoror never misses the chance to bully him. 11 hours in and my revenge is ready. Don Juan is trapped in a room full of chimneys, candles, and electric cooks. It's just a matter of time before the purifying fire of our Lord of Lights reclaims this sacrifice. My mini-me is sad, and sometimes he has to meet the ghost of his ex-husband whining about his affair with the bodybuilding sociopath. 12 hours in, my beautiful death symphony is at last completed. Mini-me is back from his grief and ready to consume his fatal attraction. They cook a big wedding feast and invite the whole town in. Everyone is laughing and being frivolous and taking non-alcoholic drinks while dancing to some horrible, auto-tuned, shitty bubblegum pop music. I take control of Maldoror and humiliate my sim in front of everyone. And he is now ashamed, and this moment is key. I decide to destroy the bathroom and seal the room, turning my dollhouse into a happy flower version of the exterminating angel. My sim pisses his pants. He cries in shame, he curls up, and he dies of embarrassment in a piss puddle. Humiliated to death, I light another cigarette and celebrate my triumph. Death takes him in front of the crying guests. Everyone is sad except for Maldoror, who decides to hit on Death himself, thinking maybe he'll get laid. This tragedy is remembered among all as the Yellow Wedding. I don't know if The Sims is trying to tell us something about the human condition, the consumerist whirlpool, the certainty of death, or the advantages of buying good quality house appliances to avoid a horrible death by fire. But I believe every game says something about us depending on the way we play. There's violent players and pacifists, meticulous or impatient. In The Sims 4, my win state was to see a facsimile of myself dying after pissing his pants in a wedding banquet. Now, please excuse me as I go and play a normal manly game that allows me to shoot people's faces off.
No, we all deserve to die. Even you, Mrs. Lovett, even I. Because the lives of the wicked should be made brief for the rest of us. Death will be a relief. We all deserve to die. And I'll never see Joe.